Hello, everyone, and welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. And if you enjoy commentary without all the fluff, join our family. I'd personally love to have you. So let's talk about TD Jakes and what's going on under the roof of the Potter's house. Jakes has a reported 5 children who have grown up in the public's spotlight, and the majority of them have stories, let's just say that TD Jakes himself warns others about from his pulpit. Recently, his eldest daughter, Cora Jakes Coleman, abruptly announced in January of this year that she was getting a divorce from her husband, Brandon Coleman, who goes by the stage name of Ski Adventura. This was her post, which reads, "It is with a heavy heart that I announce that my husband and I have decided to divorce. This is a very private and personal matter, and I kindly ask for your prayers as I prioritize myself and, most importantly, my children's well-being at this time. God bless. Cora Jakes." To everyone's shock and awe, it was revealed recently, as in 2 days ago, that her husband was recently arrested as of May 4th, that's this month, for the most egregious act and is currently being held on a $150,000 bond. And what was he arrested for? Well, I can't say it here on this platform, but let's just say there were little humans involved, if you get my drift. And according to the reports, his indiscretions were repeated. He's pending further prosecution, and his social media accounts have since been deleted. This is the same man, by the way, that in 2018 was on the verge of death because of his kidneys failing, who was healed through the prayers of the saints over there at the Potter's house at TD Jakes' request. And if that isn't shocking enough, there is an accusation being brought forth against Cora Jakes herself by a woman who is the child's biological mother, who claims that the son that Cora Jakes currently has was taken from her through methods of coercion and intimidation. Take a look at what the biological mother of this little boy has to say.
I was just set up from the beginning. She was not there to help me. She was actually there to take my child. And she did everything that she could to get what she wanted, her and her husband. From constantly telling me that I didn't have my son for myself, to backing me in a corner in her office at her home when they stayed in Grand Prairie, her and her husband Brandon, and telling me that if I did not give my son to them, that they would take him from me. Making me feel like I was inadequate to take care of one child, although I already had 3 kids. Making it seem like she was there to help me, but the whole time she was planning and conniving to take my son Jason. After I had my son Jason, because while I was pregnant with Jason, I was depressed. Mentally, physically, spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? So when I had Jason, I went into postpartum depression. I never dealt with that in my whole entire life or having children. I never dealt with postpartum depression. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how to deal with it. I just know that I was dealing with it. And she took that and she prayed on my vulnerability.
The allegations floating around is that the adoption process surrounding her acquisition of these children, for lack of a better word, is suspicious. According to the reports, the channels utilized were not the traditional route. And the reason for that is her now ex-husband's recently exposed alleged criminal history. TD Jakes has been a preacher for decades, and some may call this an attack from the devil. But what is clear is that covering up matters like this does not reflect well on the ministry. Here's why. No church is exempt, or should I say no man is exempt from sin, which needs to be faced head on so they can get on with the business, the Lord's business. I have a question. Do you all think the children's actions reflect on one's parenting? This is not an attack on the Jakes, but we cannot continually turn a blind eye, and that goes for all these megachurch pastors and the not-so-mega ones as well. I have yet to hear a sermon from TD Jakes preached about predators in the church, but I digress. Let's discuss in the comment section, and if you haven't already, remember to like the videos as it helps to support our channel greatly. And subscribe if you haven't. Also, turn on your notification bell and please watch when notified. I'd really appreciate it. And as I always say, stay tuned for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.